Successful business needs strong foundations, and for me that's all about systems and structure. The who, what and how of your business. And we've already talked about the who in a different video about employing the right people, people who share your values. We've talked about the what, making sure that that customer journey is simple and straightforward and that there is one right way to do every task. When it comes to the how, what I'm really talking about here is getting your people to follow the one right way. And that's often the biggest challenge within a business. It's like, oh, well, we've got one right way, but nobody does it that way. So how do you make sure that they do? Well, first of all, you train them in the one right way. You tell them why it's important that we do it this way, why each step is important, why it's so important for the customer that they hear this particular phrase. It's so important that this box is ticked because, that sort of thing. Explaining the why so that people understand the importance of this one right way. Once you've trained them in the one right way, then it's really all about feedback, about giving them consistent, constructive feedback day to day. Picking up on them when they're not doing things right, but telling them how to do it right. Asking them to remind you what they were taught, just so that you can make sure that they were trained in the right way, and then going, okay, come on, I want to see you doing that right next time. So day-to-day feedback, really important. Catching people doing things right. We're all very good at catching people doing things wrong. Catch people doing things right, telling them that was great, you loved the way they picked up the phone and answered it and how welcome a customer must have felt. You loved the way they spoke to their colleague, or the clarity of their communication in a report. Catching people doing things right is really, really important for encouraging continued great behaviour. But doing that constructive feedback when people aren't performing to standard. So that's day to day, and then once a quarter you want to bring that all together and summarise it. Talk to people about how they're doing, how they're progressing overall, the possibilities they've got for development and fulfilling their potential. Because everybody that works with you, particularly if you've hired right and you're hiring to your values, everybody will have that potential to grow and develop. I was always taught at McDonald's that from day one you train the employee and you develop the person. Is that what you're doing? Are you developing that person as well as making sure that the person you've employed does what you say they will? Are you engaged in their development? Do you even know what they want to achieve in their own life? Do you know what their level of ambition is? Do you know if in 3 years' time actually they want to have grown and developed with you so that they can go off and start their own business, or they can start a band, or move to Australia? Do you understand the people who are working with you? Because these days, more than ever, that is so important. The new generations coming through, they've got plans. They know that the potential of what's possible. Whereas back in my day, maybe it wasn't, we couldn't see those broad horizons. These days the world is so small, the potential is so great. Do you understand who you've got working with you and how to get the best out of them? Because that getting people to work with you and be engaged in what you're doing with your business and how we can all grow and develop together is so important. Getting that passion is so important to growing and scaling a business. We are all in this together, and it's a mistake. It really is a mistake to have this cloak of secrecy about where we're going or how well we're doing. The more you involve your team in we are all in this together, the more they will feel that they're in it together, the more they will feel valued and like they're really contributing to the overall success. Every day they will feel successful. We talked in a previous video about how success is different to everybody. You want every individual in your team to feel that they have achieved something worthwhile every day when they go home. I was working with a business recently, and it was a real challenge for them. There were people in the team going, I don't know what my targets are. I don't know what good looks like. I like to be able to tick something off a list and say, yep, I did that and I did it well. And I haven't got that. Does everybody in your team have that? Does everybody in your team know how you want things done and where you're all going in this together? Think about it. Talk to your people and engage them in the journey towards your final destination. To infinity and beyond, as Buzz would say.